Hello everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the Stock Martin channel. Today I have another great video for you today. We're going to be focusing on the CCIV shareholder concerns about the stock dilution that was just mentioned in the previous proposal for the merger of CCIV to Lucid Motors. If you had a chance to vote on this, which I did the past few days, one of the propositions was that there would be 500 million shares that would be converted to 15 billion shares, and this was causing some concern for stock dilution. And this video was actually recorded on Thursday night. It was a little bit long of a video, so I had to cut it down a little bit. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Please also give me that thumbs up so this video can be shared with others. Also, please subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. Leave me a comment down below if you subscribe so I can get you a shout out at the next video. And also, just enjoy this video. If you want to know about the stock dilution concern, just watch this video. If not, go ahead and stop it. Again, thank you so much for all your support. And also, one other thing I did want to mention is that mark your calendars for July 13th. Peter Rawlinson, CEO of Lucid Motors, and the Lucid Motor team is going to have a big presentation on future investing, what's happening with the shares. I think they're going to be actually explaining this concern for shareholder dilution that you're about to watch. And they're going to be talking about future potentials of CCIV. And hopefully this will get the stock rolling again. And it'll help out to get some of our gains back in this stock. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great weekend, and thank you so much for all your support and for watching this video. Take care and have a good weekend. Now, one of the big catalysts for actually causing a red day, and it's CCIV was rumoring that there is a planned shareholder dilution. And whenever I voted on the CCIV merger, there was one question on there that you had to vote. And it talked about that on the voter instructions, it mentioned that Lucid will increase its common shares outstanding from 400 million to 15 billion shares. So whenever I first read this, I kind of got a little bit shocked by it, because what this is saying is that these shares could be diluted. So, if you have $10 in this stock and there were, 400 million of these stocks, but now, you're diluting it so that one share is now, there's so many more shares out there, supply and demand, right? If there's 15 billion shares, that means like your share is not really, it's still worth $10, but it's really not that much, because there's a lot of shares out there, and potentially the company can use this in ways that can be good or bad. And I'll talk about that in the next slide. But in the end, it was, this article says that it was misinterpreted by investors and it caused an unnecessary panic and confusion. So this article says that it's another reminder that it's not prudent investing to believe everything you read or hear on the internet. So let's talk about this real quick. So this is an article, and I try to find out there what they mean by this dilution. Is it good? Is it bad? And it was really hard actually to find information about this, but I did find this article that I'll share with you, and we'll kind of go into it. But this article is titled, "Yes, Churchill Capital CCIV is dramatically boosting its authorized share capital, and no, it's not definitely bearish for Lucid Motors." So let's talk about this and see why. So this kind of goes into that, Lucid, the SPAC, is going to be on July 22nd, having the merger vote. But in this, CCIV filed Form 424B3. So what this form proposes is that CCIV shareholders are required to vote to see if they, should pretty much increase the CCIV authorized share capital. And so this is that question that was brought up on there. This was this question right here, that will Lucid increase the common shares from 400 million to 15 billion? So this was a question that you had to ask. So on this, it was proposal number 2, and it called for the increase of CCIV authorization for, this says 500 million to 15 billion. So see, this article says 400 million to 15 billion. So again, you have two articles saying two different things, but the same thing applies, okay? So let's see, what does this mean, okay? So even if investors were to reject this proposal, the increase in CCIV authorized share would be enabled within the charter proposal. So they're going to have this happen no matter what. You have to vote, and for the merger to go, it's going to happen. So hence, this increase has to be certified by investors in the merger to have a go-ahead. So like I said, whenever you vote, you're going to be voting for it. So what does this mean for the shareholders? Well, here's the snippet. Let me see. They talk about this snippet here. The share ownership in Lucid Group, okay? So shareholders, you can see, own 73% of the company. Churchill sponsors 3.2%. You have Churchill public stakeholders 13%, PIPE investors 10%. So then if we go down here, so CCIV, if it issues these new shares to existing Lucid investors, then the PIPE investors that are bringing in 2.5 billion in crucial liquidity will also need to issue new shares of 166 million. So assuming no redemptions, 1.5 billion of Lucid Group common shares have to be issued in total for the close of the merger agreement. So the authorized share capital is nearly 10 times the issuance of the requirement, thereby giving rise of fears of the dilution. So this is why everybody is scared. But let's read on. So investors should note that authorized share capital is simply an embedding measure and need to not be fully utilized. Instead of repeatedly going to investors to get new shares, CCIV already put this into action into this merger. So to sum this up, the increase in authorized share capital is not a bearish factor on its own. It's only a matter in this facility would be used by Lucid Group that would dictate if it's bearish or bullish. And this is big right here. I think this is why they did it. So in another caveat, Lucid Motors is aggressively expanding the phase and to continue to grow its new capital for the next few years. So looking at, this is a projected, this came out from Lucid Motors, and this is saying year to year ending December 31st from year 2021 all the way to 2023 estimates, that's what the E stands for, is this is how much money in total revenue, net income, and free float cash that are coming in. Lucid says that they need money, they're bringing in money, and by the year 2025, they will be in the positive. If you see everything in parentheses, these are negative. So free cash flow, they're going to be burning through a lot of money the first 1, 2, 3, 4 years until they become cash flow positive. Because look, they're going to use this capital to enhance the Lucid Motors production capability by financing the AMP2. This is the phase 2 of their facility where they're going to be building more of the Lucid Air, also the Lucid Gravity, the SUV. And so this in turn would benefit investors in the long run, meaning that they would be producing, they would be able to produce more cars, they would have more revenue, they could make more sales. This article says that this is a long-term play. If investors are in the short term, they're missing the big picture. The incoming wave of dilution will be a point for just spectators, but those that are on a long-term horizon for the investment, this dilution is just a bump in the road that in the future, this is going to create more growth because they're putting more money into the company at the beginning to get this company, I guess, jump started so it can produce more vehicles at a faster rate. So this was a lot of information just thrown at you. Again, it's very hard to find information out there if the shares are going to be diluted. Is it just hearsay? But if you do vote, if you do have owner CCIV shares, if you're a shareholder, you do have to vote for the merger to happen. That will be one of the questions on there. In order for the merger to go through, you have to say that you're for it. You have to vote that you're for it. Will this be a bump in the road? I think it potentially could. I think that a lot of, especially short-term swing traders, they're not going to like this. They're going to take their profits. They're going to take their money and invest elsewhere. If you're long-term and you hold, one of the articles and one of the videos I did yesterday, and I really liked because somebody said that it's like buying Tesla in the year 2010 when they only had 1,000 of their roadster vehicles out there. They had future plans to make the Tesla Model S in 2 years because it debuted in 2012, the Tesla Model S. And at that time, you could buy the stock at $17. So Lucid, CCIV, and this article that I just shared with you, they're kind of looking at it that this is a long-term investment. So you put your money into this company and you have to wait, 5 years before you get a big bump in your money. So it can be a bump in the road. I still suspect that CCIV Lucid Motors, when it becomes LCID, will do good. I think that once we see the production volume, the 577 Lucid Air Dream vehicles being rolled out, I think that will be a nice positive catalyst for this. I still think that we'll do very good in this stock, but again, it's going to be a bumpy road. So if you're in it for a long haul, I think you'll be good. But hey, it's one of those companies. It's not a NEO. NEO's already established. If you really want to put your money into something that's established, my recommendation, and I can't give you advice, I can't tell you what to buy, when to buy, what to sell. I'm not your financial advisor. But again, looking at stocks in the short term, I would say in the 1 year, NEO would be a better investment in my opinion. If you're looking more long term, Lucid Motors does have that potential, but it does have that risk as well. So don't put all your money, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. We definitely saw it with the EV market. A lot of things are red today, this week in the EV space. But I hope you like this video. Please give me that thumbs up. They'll share it with others. Also hit that notification bell, hit all, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for everybody's support out there. I really appreciate it. And I really enjoy making these videos for you. Just leave me a comment down below, but especially giving that thumbs up. It'll share this with others. Please don't forget to also share this with your family, your coworkers, your friends, and that next door neighbor so we can spread this channel to others. And again, thank you so much for everything, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Down below, if you would like to help out the channel, I put 2 links. One's for Webull. If you open an account, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. If you deposit $100 into Coinbase, you get $10 of cryptocurrency and trading. Thank you for supporting the channel.